Hey everyone, I'm Brittany here at the library, and I just wanted to do a little food video for Recipe Swap, which is coming up next week. It is on Southern food, and I am making cheese straws, which is a common Southern treat. They have them all the time. And it is actually out of Paula Dean's cookbook that we have here at the library. It is at the Southern table. She's got a lot of good stuff in here, so it was really hard to pick which recipe to make. But I think cheese straws should be a good one, so we'll see how they turn out. Okay, so the first thing is to preheat your oven to 300 degrees. I do have the oven going, so that is done. And line a baking sheet with parchment paper, which I do have ready to go. Next thing is to get your bowl and your mixer out. You want to mix the butter and the cheese together so it's nice and creamy. So we've got a half cup of butter. I am making half of a recipe just so we didn't have too many cheese straws. So it is a recipe to easily cut in half. And then we'll add 8 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese. And mix that until it's good and creamy. You want to whisk together 1 1/4 cups of flour, about a half a teaspoon we'll go with for dried rosemary, or you can use half a tablespoon of fresh rosemary, and then a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay. And then you want to gradually add that to your butter and cheese mixture. I do feel like if you had a stand mixer with a paddle attachment, it would go much easier. This tends to want to clump in the beaters. So we'll see how it goes mixing in with the flour. Okay. So yeah, as I said, if you had a stand mixer with a paddle attachment, it looks like this method would be a little easier with that. It's really wasn't really mixing very well here, but I think I got it. So I'll just scrape out what's left in the beaters. And then in order to make the cheese straw, you need to have like a cookie press or like a pastry bag with a star tip on, because that's how you get the little rigid design on all the sides of the. Hey, just back again today, finishing out these cheese straws. Had a little bit of an issue with the cookie press. It did not want to press the cheese ingredients out. So I brought in a cupcake decorator that I had from home, and it worked fairly decent. I will say that it was really hard to push it out, even though it was softened. And so one thing, if you had an electric cookie press, it might go better if you really wanted to make these. I'm glad I made half a batch, because by the end my thumb was killing me. So I am thankful for that. And like I said, it didn't work totally all that bad. It was just really hard to push it out. So I baked these for about 25 minutes. They took a little bit longer than what the recipe had said, which is fine. We will see how they taste. Kind of tastes like a hunk of cheese. They have really good flavor. So I can see why people like them. I don't know that I would make them all the time, but yeah, they are pretty good. It's a pretty good recipe. Definitely a nice little snack. So, as I mentioned earlier, that's a recipe that is in a cookbook, Paula Dean's Southern Table Cookbook that we have here at the library. So, if you're interested in the recipe, I would check that out and then try to make it yourself and see what you think. But yeah, all in all, I think it turned out really well. They were pretty easy to make, simple ingredients. Can't go wrong there. So, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you at Recipe Swap next week. Or at least share a recipe with us of a Southern food that you really enjoy and love to make. So, thanks. Have a good day.